what's up? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back for another prediction video. This week we're going to be breaking out UFC Vegas 45, Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukus. Some really good fights on this card. Found some good betting spots. We're going to do a quick recap of UFC 269, which was crazy, and then we'll get right into this Vegas 45 card. UFC 269 recap. We went 4-1 for plus 2.3 units, which is awesome. Another profitable week. I'm gonna chalk it up to this hat. Every time, I swear it's my good luck charm. Every time I wear this hat, I win. My 4 wins were Tai Tuivasa at 1.6 units to win 1.4 units, and that was awesome. I mean, Tai Tuivasa's got so much power. It's hard to bet against him unless it's going to be a grappler. My second win was Dominic Cruz. I had 1.05 units to win 1 unit. And Dom Cruz, Vince's Dom Cruz, except for getting dropped in that first round, looked like he went out for a second when he went face down, but came back, fought like the true champ he is, and came back and got me that win. Used his size, his reach, his jab, threw a lot of little 4-punch combos and stuff like that. The third win was the Amanda Nunes over 1.5. I had 1.2 units to win 1 unit, and that fight was crazy. Them girls were just throwing bombs from the get-go. I was shocked that it actually even went over that 1.5 rounds, and it barely went over that. And obviously I was shocked when it was Pena that actually got the win. So good for her, new champion at 135. Fourth win was Josh Emmett. I had him in a parlay with Alex Perez. It was 2 units to win like 2.4 units, and the Perez fight got canceled, so I ended up having 2 units to win 1.3. So my lone loss of the card, so I was 4-1. My lone loss is Miranda Maverick, and she got dominated. Erin Blanchfield is the truth. She's like the little female George St. Pierre, man. Miranda Maverick couldn't keep her off her. She just would get takedown after takedown. Third round, Blanchfield showed she even has some striking, like good striking, like she was throwing some blows with Maverick. Maverick is actually doing good in the third round, and started landing some shots, but then went in to grapple, went in for a clinch with Blanchfield, and Blanchfield just took her down. So good for her. She's the truth. Wouldn't know how to bet her going forward. Like I said, she's like the little female George St. Pierre, so good for her. But yeah, 4-1, plus 2.3 units on UFC 269. My record so far since I've been making the videos, I'm going to keep this for like the first year, and then after that, by like next year at the end of the year, because I started like 2.5 months ago, I'll reset it. But right now I'm at 39-17 for exactly plus 31 units. So it's been good so far. These videos, I mean, all the betting's been good. So let's get into UFC Vegas 45, Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukus. Got a couple good fights on there besides the Derrick Lewis, Chris Daukus fight. You got like Bilal Muhammad, Stephen Thompson. You got Gamrot versus Diego Ferreira. Just a lot of good fights on it. So let's get into it. The first fight is in the men's lightweight division, and we got Matt Sayles versus Jordan Leavitt. Matt Sayles is 8-3, and he's currently sitting at -110. Jordan Leavitt is 8-1. He's currently sitting at -110. It's a pick'em right now. To me, this is kind of like a low-level fight. Hard telling what's going to happen. Matt Sayles, if you've seen him fight in the UFC, he hasn't fought for a couple years, like 2 years. Last time he fought, he got twisted by Bryce Mitchell. Kind of looked terrible in that fight, but Bryce Mitchell is real good. Like, Bryce Mitchell's grappling some of the best in that division. The fight before that, he fought Kyle Nelson and looked pretty good. I actually had a bet on Kyle Nelson, and Matt Sayles has good striking. Like, he was beating Kyle Nelson up, standing up, and when they went to the ground, at first Kyle Nelson was getting the best of him, but by the third round, Matt Sayles actually choked out Kyle Nielsen. So he's good. He's got good striking. He's got decent takedown defense. He's got good power. He's super tough. He's like a mean dude. So I like that. He is coming up, though, this fight. This is going to be his first fight at lightweight. He's coming up from featherweight, fought his whole career there, so we'll see how that goes. He's kind of small. He's 5'7", 67.5 inch reach for the lightweight division, where Jordan Leavitt is 5'9" with the 71 inch reach, so he's going to have like a 3.5 reach advantage and a 2 inch height advantage. Jordan Leavitt, though, he's 8-1. He's out of the Alaska FC, which, I mean, I don't think anybody really respects them. Everybody that's come from there comes up and gets beat up in the UFC. He had that first win against Matt Wyman when he picked him up and slammed him when he was taking him over to his corner, but that was like the end of Matt Wyman's career anyways. He's got okay wrestling. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu in the first round. He's got terrible striking. To me, he's got a terrible gas tank too, kind of, against Claudio Pujoles. Like, the first round was a back and forth. He probably won the first round, but it seemed like he used all his gas for all them takedowns and just his scrambles. And by the second round, Pujoles, they still grappled the whole time, but Pujoles had the advantage the whole time, and it looked like Levitt was kind of gassed. So he's real dangerous in the first round. But that's all he's got. Like I said, I've said it before, I don't really think the guy's good. I'm going to take Matt Sayles in this fight. I actually think that he's going to be able to stop the takedowns. He might get taken down a little bit in the first round, but I think that he'll be able to come back and stop the takedowns in the second and third and beat Levitt up, really. If this fight stays standing, if it's on his feet for like even 5 minutes of the whole fight, Jordan Leavitt's going to get beat up. He's got terrible striking. So I'm not betting this fight. I'm going to stay away from it, but give me Matt Sayles by decision. Fight number 2 is Don'Tale Mayes versus Josh Parisian. Don'Tale Mayes in the heavyweight division. Don'Tale Mayes is 8-4. He's currently sitting at -200. Josh Parisian is 14-4, and he's currently sitting at +160. Another low-level fight. This is a low-level heavyweight fight. Both these guys, like, I've watched them fight a good amount in the UFC, and they're just not really good. They're good, they're decent everywhere, but neither one of them's good anywhere. Don'Tale Mayes, though, I would give a little bit of the striking advantage to, cardio advantage to. His last fight, he beat up Roque Martinez, where Josh Parisian, I actually had a bet on him when he fought Roque Martinez, and he got the win. He won my bet for me, but he got beat up. I mean, Roque Martinez beat him up. He looked terrible. Like I said, this is going to be a low-level fight. I don't see it really going to the ground. I just see it being a stand-up fight, and I see Don'Tale Mayes hitting him with the harder shots, using his jab more. Josh Parisian, he's got some crazy kicks, some crazy like spinning back fists and stuff like that. He's got like decent striking. Like I said, overall, he's just kind of terrible. That Roque Martinez fight was one of the worst fights ever, and I don't know how he won it, but yeah, I'm not betting on this fight. Staying away from this one too. I would bet this to go over. That's another thing I wanted to bring up real quick. I got most of my bets in for tonight. I got some parlays in, but I actually couldn't get my hands on the over under lines yet. So I'm gonna do another show on Friday of just my official bets when because I got a couple more straight bets, and then I got some over unders I want to bet, but I actually can't get my hands on them lines right now. So I'm gonna give you all the bets that I have right now, and then like I said, I'll do another show on Friday, give out all the bets that I have. But yeah, give me Don'Tale Mayes by decision in a terrible fight, and like I said, I really like the over. Both these guys are real tough and durable. The only time I seen any of them really get finished, Mayes got finished by Ciryl Gane by a heel hook, but that's gonna happen. Ciryl Gane's the truth. All right, fight number 3, women's bantamweight division. We got Raquel Pennington versus Macy Chiasson. Raquel Pennington is 12-8. She's currently sitting at -190. Macy Chiasson is 7-1, and she's currently sitting at +155. This is going to be a good fight, good girls fight. Both these girls are really tough. Raquel Pennington's definitely super tough. Raquel Pennington's like good everywhere. Again, she's not great anywhere, but she's good everywhere. She's got good striking. She's got good clinch. She's got decent takedowns. She's got decent jiu-jitsu. And she's just tough. She's super tough. She's been fighting in the UFC forever. She's got a couple losses, but she's only lost to the best people in the world, like Holly Holm and like Jermaine Durandamy, Amanda Nunes, like the best people. That's all she's lost to. The rest of the girls she's been able to beat. Like I said, she's like well-rounded. She's good. She's not great anywhere. Macy Chiasson, she's 7-1. Like I said, she's gonna be the bigger girl here. Macy Chiasson's 5'11" with the 72-inch reach, where Raquel Pennington's 5'7" with the 67.5-inch reach. So she's gonna have a 4.5-inch reach advantage and a 4-inch height advantage. So it's pretty big. Macy Chiasson, she's good. She's got good striking. She's got decent clinch. She's got good ground and pound if she's on top, but she's got suspect takedown defense in my opinion. She got taken down by Marie Renault. She got taken down by her a couple times, and against Lena Landsberg, she just looked terrible. Lena Landsberg actually clinched her up against cage for like 2-3 minutes for each round of that fight, and I believe got a couple takedowns later on. But the rest of her fights, she's looked good. This should be a really good fight, like back and forth. I just think that Raquel Pennington, with her experience and her toughness, is going to be just a little better everywhere. I don't know if she's going to look minus 190 by the end of the fight, but I do believe that she's going to look a little better everywhere through the whole fight. I'm going to take Raquel Pennington by decision. But like I said, this should be a back and forth fight. Minus 190 is a lot. It just seems like she's just going to dominate the whole fight. But I think if Raquel Pennington uses her clinch work and her takedown, she should be able to take her down, get a lot of control time, and she'll be able to strike with Macy Chiasson. So yeah, give me Raquel Pennington by decision. I actually before this is a late replacement fight. Macy Chiasson is coming in on just like a week notice. Pennington was supposed to fight Julie Avila, and that was like going to be one of my locks of this week. Like I was going to bet big on Raquel Pennington. She was only minus like 130. And I believe that she was going to be better than Avila everywhere, and she's just got way more heart. But yeah, that fight got canceled. So yeah, give me Pennington by decision in that fight. Fourth fight is in the men's featherweight division. We got Charles Jourdain versus Andre Ewell. Charles Jourdain is 11-4-1. He's currently sitting at minus 200. Andre Ewell is 17-8, and he's currently sitting at plus 160. It's going to be a great fight, great striking fight. I don't really see either one of these guys trying to take it to the floor. Jourdain, he's got great striking. He's got like decent KO power. He's got decent wrestling. He's got decent jiu-jitsu, it seems like, when he's on top. But he's really more of just a striker. He's going to be throwing a lot of strikes. He throws a lot of volume. He throws a lot of kicks. He throws a lot of crazy strikes. He'll throw... Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been sick for like the last week. That's why I've kind of been off today. But yeah, Jourdain throws a lot of power stuff. He'll throw a lot of spinning stuff, spinning back fists. He's got really good hands, good kicks. He's kind of goes a little nuts though on his strikes and go rushing in, and then he'll get taken down in some of his fights and stuff like that. So he needs to slow down a little bit. He's still young. He's only 26 years old. But he needs to slow down a little bit and pick his shots a little better, I think. But yeah, he's really good. He's going to be fighting Andre Ewell, who's 17-8, and Andre Ewell's coming up from bantamweight to 145. This will be his first fight at 145, and Andre Ewell's good. He's got good striking, good jab, like good leg kicks, good body work, decent wrestling. He's not going to use his wrestling. He's got decent takedown defense and okay get-up game. But like I said, I don't think either one of them guys are going to use that in this fight. This fight's going to be more of a stand-up fight. And I'm just going to favor Jourdain in that fight. I just think he's going to hit. Well, plus a lot of times, and I don't know if it was the weight cut for Ewell, because he was always big. He had the size advantage at 135, and he's actually going to be the smaller guy here. He's still going to have a 6-inch reach advantage, but he's going to be an inch shorter. And usually at bantamweight, he's a couple inches taller, had like 8. He's got long arms. He had like an 8-inch reach advantage, but he would always gas out by like the end of the second round to the third. I mean, he's got good striking. He'd hang in with everybody all the way up to the middle of that second, and then going into the third, and then just get taken over. But we'll see. Maybe his cardio won't fail him as much in this fight. And it should be a good back and forth fight. With Jourdain being minus 200, I just don't trust him enough. Like his last fight with Jordan Rosa, he's just got a lot of he had the draw with Kutalaba, or Josh Kutalaba, whatever, the dude from Australia. But I don't know. I just can't trust him. I think he's going to win this fight. I think it's going to be a back and forth fight. But Jourdain's used to fighting these bigger guys, so I think he'll be able to take over by the middle of the second and the third. And I think he'll actually get a finish in the third, Andre Ewell, because that's just how Ewell always looks in the third usually. So give me Jourdain by third round TKO, but I'm not going to bet that fight at all. Fifth fight is in the women's flyweight division. We got Sijara Eubanks, who's 7-6, and she's fighting Melissa Gato, who's 7-0-2. Sijara Eubanks is minus 210. Melissa Gato is plus 170. This fight's going to be great. Both these girls are jiu-jitsu people. They like to grapple mainly. Gato usually grapples off her back, and Sijara usually grapples on top. Sajara's got really good striking, aggressive striking. She's going to be throwing more power than Gato. Gato moves around a lot. She's like taller and lankier. And she's going to be throwing a lot of shots, just not as much power. I think this fight, though, is just going to come down to the fact that Sijara is going to be able to land the takedowns. Like Melissa Gato's takedown defense is terrible. She's got good sweeps and stuff, but even in her last fight against Leonardo, whatever, the one girl that always gets beat, against her, she got taken down a couple times, but she was able to get sweeps, but she was also swept a couple times. Versus Sijara Eubanks is going to be bigger than her as far as thicker and stuff, And I believe Sajara Eubanks is going to be able to land her takedowns each round, and as long as she stays safe, she should be able to win this fight just based off top control. Because honestly, Gato loves to play off her back. She does have sweet jiu-jitsu. She got a submission win over Carol Rosa. So Sajara's going to have to stay super safe, but I see Sajara being able to land the takedowns in this fight. Probably have the better striking in my opinion, definitely with the more power, but be able to land the takedowns, get a lot of top control, stay safe, land some ground and pound, and I see Sajara being able to take a pretty decent, easy decision. Easy as in I see her, she's going to win all 3 rounds. She does have a gas problem. You got to watch Sajara on her gas though, and a lot of times she fights at 135. She's cutting back down to 125, and she does always have a lot of problems cutting weight. So we'll have to look for that. But I'm not betting on her, but I will take Sajara by decision. I see a lot of people are on Gato because she is a big underdog, and I do feel that the line is off, and she has a way better chance than the bookies were giving her at first, and the line will probably close in a lot by the time the fight starts. But I still think Sajara takes it with experience and just top control, ground and pound, power shots. Fight number 6 is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Justin Tafa versus Harry Hunsucker. Justin Tafa is 4-3, and he's currently sitting at -330. Harry Hunsucker is 7-4, and he's currently sitting at +255. This is like another low-level heavyweight fight, just like the Dontel Mays fight. Both these guys are really strikers. They both throw power. Harry Hunsucker, like, all he does, he goes full go the whole first round. If you watch any of his fights, you watch him fight Bam Bam Tai Tuivasa. Really, he didn't get too much of a chance to even go nuts in that fight. But you've seen on the Contender Series too in his fight, he likes to go nuts in that first round. He's kill or be killed. Either he's going to take you out or you're going to take him out. And usually it's him getting taken out. I mean, in the lower level, it's him winning. But in this fight, though, I see if he tries that, I see Justin Tafa being able to work him over. Justin Tafa, really, I mean, he's no wrestling or nothing. He's just got good boxing. Like, he just marches you down. He's got fast hands, good boxing, and good power. And he's tough as hell. He can take a shot, except Jorgen De Castro shot. Lost some money on that. But, Harry Hunsucker, like I said, he's got decent boxing. He's got decent power. He's just like first round or nothing. Like, he's a good hammer and he's a terrible nail. Like I said, low level fight. I'm staying away. Well, I do want to see what the over under line is on this, because it's going to be over under 1.5, and I think this is going to go under. So, but I bet the bookies will probably have that juiced up. But I am looking at that. So like I said, check out the little video I put out on Friday, and I'll give you all my final picks. But give me Justin Tafa, first round KO. Bet the under if you're gonna bet it, and because Justin Tafa is -200 or -330, and you're not gonna put 330 on a 4-3 guy. So Justin Tafa, first round knockout. But I'm gonna see about betting the over. Next fight is in the men's bantamweight division. Fight number 7. We got Raoni Barcelos versus Victor Henry. Raoni Barcelos is 16-2. He's currently sitting at -300. Victor Henry is 21-5, and he's currently sitting at +255. These guys are going to have a great fight. Both these guys are super well-rounded. Victor Henry, though, he is coming in on short notice. It's like, he's got like 9 days notice. But this guy is a veteran. I mean, he's 21-5. He's fought all over the world. He's good. This is going to be, I'll get in. Raoni Barcelos is a great wrestler. He's like a Brazilian wrestler, champion, national champion, and all that stuff for Brazil. He has great striking. He's got great jiu-jitsu. One of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the game. He doesn't really use it. He doesn't even really use his wrestling too much, but if he does, he's great at it. He's super tough. The guy you seen against Timur Valiev, after he gassed himself out in the second round trying to get that finish, he took a little beating in the second and third. But he's just good. He seems like he could fade in the third. Like, he might have a gas problem. He's getting a little older. He's 34. But I think that guy, the fade in the third against, like I said, Timur Valiev, was just because he rocked Valiev, almost finished him in the second. I've been seeing a lot lately in these fights, like with Leandro Santos, like all kinds of people. They go in for the finish. They get that first round, rock the dude, going for the finish, use all that energy and stuff, and your adrenaline, because you think you're about to win the fight, all that, and then you shoot your load, and then the guy survives, or the ref lets it go too long, and then next thing you know, you're getting pounded out. So I think that's what happened to him. I don't think he really has a gas tank problem. I haven't seen it throughout his career. Sorry, like I said, trying to drink a lot of water. I've been sick the last like 5 days. Victor Henry, though, he's a newcomer to the UFC. This is going to be his first fight. He's good. He's super well-rounded. If you go watch his tape, any of the guys he's fought, he fights tough. He fights hard the whole time. Great gas tank, well-rounded, great boxing, great striking, good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu. Like I said, 21-5, fought all over the world. You can tell that that he's just going to be skilled, and this is going to be a good back-and-forth fight. I think the line is only Hani Barcelos minus 300 because it's short notice for Victor Henry. I mean, I still would favor Hani Barcelos in a fight with a full camp for Victor Henry, but it would just be a lot closer odds. But I think this fight's going to be back and forth. I'm going to take Hani Barcelos in a decision, but I think this fight is going to be back and forth, scrambles, crazy striking. And if Hani Barcelos does gas out in that third, it could be a problem because Victor Henry's the finisher, man, and he doesn't run out of gas, and he goes the whole time. So I'm not going to bet this fight because, like I said, there's just a lot of variables that make it risky. But give me Hani Barcelos by decision. That's another thing. Victor Henry is very tough. He's never been finished. So I like Hani Barcelos. I'm going to see what the over-under is on this fight, or fight goes to decision. There's another one I want to bet. Like I said, so on Friday, I'm gonna have another couple bets on this, like straight bets, probably 2 more, and then at least 2 more over-unders you're going to want to check out. So fight number 8's in the men's middleweight division. We got Gerard Meerschaert versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Gerard Meerschaert's 33-14. He's currently sitting at minus 225. Dustin Stoltzfus is 13-3, and he's currently sitting at plus 185. Gerard Butler is good. You seen he had that win against Makhmurdov. He's good, man. Gerard Butler's good everywhere. He's got good striking. I mean, he's not the best striker, but he's got good striking. He's got good power. He's tough. He'll come at you the whole fight. His bread and butter is his ground game. He's got really good jiu-jitsu from top or bottom. He's got good sweeps. He's got decent wrestling. He doesn't have the best wrestling, but versus average guys, he's got enough wrestling to get it to the ground. And when he does, he's going to submit you. He's got a decent amount of losses on his record, but a lot of them are from a long time ago. And I think he's a whole new fighter now. Like his last couple fights, he's been doing great. He had that loss to Khamzat, which that's going to happen. That loss to Ian Heinisch, I think he came back too early from his knockout to Khamzat. But before that, I mean, he was on like a 3-fight winning streak, and I mean, he lost the one to Eric Anders, which I thought he won. He won that standing up the whole time. They didn't even go to the ground. So I like what I see out of Meerschaert. Very well-rounded, very tough, savvy veteran. Dustin Stoltzfus, he's good. He's like okay everywhere, but not great anywhere. He's got a suspect takedown defense. Rodolfo Vieira took him down a lot. Chris Daukus took him down a lot. Like I said, he's good. He's got decent striking. He's got decent wrestling, decent jiu-jitsu. He was able to last to the 3rd round with Rodolfo. He's just like kind of low output and stuff. Give me Gerard Meerschaert in this fight by 2nd round sub. I'm going to take him. I think it's going to be a pretty good fight. Like I said, it might go the distance, but I take Meerschaert either way. I'm thinking about putting Meerschaert in a parlay. I haven't got him in one yet, but I'm thinking about putting him in a parlay with another guy coming up. But if I do, that'll be on that other video. All right, so yeah, give me Meerschaert by decision. Maybe 2nd round sub, 3rd round sub decision. I don't know, but Meerschaert will win. In the next fight's fight number 9 in the men's featherweight division. We got Darren Elkins versus Cub Swanson. Darren Elkins is 26-9. He's currently sitting at plus 160. Cub Swanson is 27-12, and he's currently sitting at minus 200. Darren Elkins, tough guy, junkyard dog. He fights you to the end. You've seen against Derrick Minner. He got taken down and worked a little bit in that 1st round. Came back out in the 2nd round and just put it on him. You've seen against Meerschaert, Bektik. Just a lot of his fights. The dude's tough. He's kind of slow. He's got decent striking, like serviceable striking. He's got good wrestling. He's got a wrestling background. He's got pretty good BJJ. Like he's not gonna get tapped out or anything like that. He's fighting Cub Swanson though. Cub Swanson's tough, man. He's coming back off a terrible loss against Giga. Giga hit him with that Giga kick right to the liver, man, and dropped him in like a minute and 2 seconds. So that's tough to come back from. But Cub Swanson's good, man. He's got great striking. He's got really good striking. He's really well-rounded, but he's got areas he's great in. Like I think he's got great striking. He's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's got good wrestling. He's tough. He's got good cardio. He's had some injuries in the last couple of years. He blew his knee out in like a jiu-jitsu match with Jake Shields a couple years ago. came back, looked good against Daniel Pineda. Was getting beat up a little bit in the first round, stayed tough, came back, showed a good gas tank, and pounded out Pineda in that second. This is just a veteran fight with two good veterans that are very well rounded. But I just think honestly Cub Swanson's better everywhere except for wrestling probably. But I believe he might even be able to get takedowns on Darren Elkins. Like Darren Elkins has good offensive wrestling, and his defensive wrestling ain't the best. You've seen Derrick Minner taking him down, Meerschaert back take. A lot of people's taking him down. So, but yeah, I think Cub Swanson's better everywhere, and he definitely has crisper striking, and he'll be able to hang with him anywhere on the ground. I think he might even be on top. So, give me Cub Swanson. I'm going to take him by decision because, like I said, Darren Elkins ain't going nowhere. He's a junkyard dog. So, we'll look at that line when I get my hands on it and see what that's about, too, for the over-under and fight goes decision. But, give me Cub Swanson by decision. I know a lot of people's going to be on Darren Elkins this week, too, as a big underdog. He seems worth it, and but I'm not betting that fight. I was actually thinking about doing a Cub Swanson and the Gerald Meerschaert parlay, but I don't know if I'm going to put Swanson in it. I think it's going to be Meerschaert and one more fighter coming up here in a minute I'll tell you about. But next fight is fight number 10 in the men's lightweight division. We got Diego Ferreira versus Mateus Gamrot. Diego Ferreira is 17-4. He's currently sitting at plus 150. Mateus Gamrot is 19-1. He's currently sitting at minus 180. Diego Ferreira is good. He's good everywhere. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got good, decent striking. He's got good wrestling. He's got good takedown defense, good wrestling, great BJJ, good striking. Not very powerful, but he has a lot of output. But he's getting a little older. In his last two fights against Benil Dariush and against Gregor Gillespie, it was a lot of grappling, but he was just getting worn out. It seems like he's getting worn out by like the middle of the second round. Gregor Gillespie had him worn out after the first. He held his own with Gregor Gillespie. They were going back and forth, wrestling sweeps, and he was getting some good ground and pound. He was beating Gregor up, standing up a little bit. I actually thought Gregor was gassed at the end of the first round. Went back to his corner and came out, and I thought, because I actually had Diego Ferreira on a DraftKings, because this is back when I used to do that more, and I thought they were going to come out and it was going to be Ferreira taking over, but actually they came out and Ferreira gassed out and Gregor took him down and just pounded him out. So, Ferreira, like I said, good, very well-rounded, getting a little older. He's like 37. Mateus Gamrot, though, his opponent, is tough, man. He's super well-rounded, too. He's going to be a little younger. He's like 6 years younger than Diego Ferreira. He's going to have a little bit of a height advantage, but he's going to have a reach disadvantage. You see him with Gamrot. He's good everywhere. He can strike. Even though he lost his first fight, which was a good striking fight with that Kutalaze, that guy's super good, and he's crazy striking. I know that guy got injured or something because he hasn't been back for a minute, but he's good, and when he comes back, he's gonna be good. He's a problem for anybody. Didn't stop moving, didn't do nothing, and kind of beat up Mateus for the first two rounds. And then Mateus showed his good gas tank when he came back in the third, took him down, beat him up a little bit, but Mateus, and then you seen against Jeremy Stevens, beat him up. He didn't even beat him up. He just took him down, ankle picked him. He's got a great, sick ankle pick. Ankle picked Jeremy Stevens, took him down, and choked him out real quick. So that was good. The Scott Holtzman fight showed he's got great striking. He knocked Scott Holtzman out using the striking stand-up. So he's very well-rounded. He's got great wrestling. Like I said, that ankle pick he has is sick. Great jiu-jitsu, great control. Very smart fighter. Shows a great fight IQ every fight he has. He was 17-0 coming into the UFC, and like I said, took that first his debut loss, which he might have had nerves, whatever. He's fought way better. But anyways, give me Mateus Gamrot in this by decision. I do think that Ferreira probably will make it to the end. Gamrot might be able to finish him in the third because he does have sick jiu-jitsu himself in ground pound. But give me Mateus Gamrot. I actually have him. I told you guys last week on that last video that for this week he was one of my locks. So I actually have Mateus Gamrot in 3 parlays right now. I have Gamrot with another fighter coming up. I have Gamrot with Josh Emmett. So I actually have one leg of that done. I put that parlay. I told you guys about it last week. I got one leg of that done with Josh Emmett, and then I got him with in a 3-fight parlay, and we'll get to them other 2 people coming up. But give me Mateus Gamrot. It's gonna look tough in that first round, I bet. Probably back and forth, and but I expect Mateus Gamrot to start taking over by the second round and easily, or at least convincingly, win that second and third round. So fight number 11 is going to be in the men's bantamweight division, and it's Rafael Sunkau versus Ricky Simon. Rafael Sunkau is 27-8, and he's currently sitting at plus 220. Ricky Simon is 18-3, and he's currently sitting at minus 280. This is a good fight between two vets. Rafael Sunkau has been around forever, fighting in the WEC. He's beat a lot of good people. He's got good wins in the UFC. He's very well rounded. He's got good boxing. He's low output. Like you seen his first fight, I like back with Marlon Moraes. He just shows he's got really tight boxing. He's just got low output. He's got good kicks. He's got good wrestling. He's got really good BJJ. He's kind of small though. He's kind of small for that division, but he's pretty dangerous everywhere. I mean, he's super good. He's got wins over like Rob Font. He's got a lot of good wins. But he's got a win over TJ Dillashaw. So, yeah, he's good. He's just getting older. That last knockout loss to Cody Garbrandt didn't look good at all. He's going to be fighting Ricky Simon, though, who's a good up-and-coming guy. I mean, he's a prospect, I guess, but, I mean, he's been around forever. He just needs to put on a real good win streak. He was on a nice little win streak till Uriah Faber checked his chin, and then he took that loss to Rob Font. But he's came back strong after them 2 fights. Ricky Simon has a ton of energy. He's got a wrestling background. He's got great wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu. You've seen he choked out Merab Dvalishvili. He's got a lot of good wins in his career if you look it over. He's just got to be able to get the fight to the ground, though. His stand-up is serviceable. It's pretty good. But like you seen against Rob Font, there's some people that are just little levels above him, and he wasn't really able to. He was able to take Rob Font down in the first round and just couldn't hold him down. And when it just came to a straight boxing match, he got pieced up a little bit. But good striking. He's got great wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's dangerous. He's got good chokes. He's got good ground and pound. He doesn't stop. He's relentless. His gas tank ain't gonna run out. Like I feel like maybe a Sunkau's is gonna end this fight. Super aggressive. The only problem, he's got kind of a suspect chin. I mean, he got knocked out by Faber. Other than that, he hasn't really took no knockout losses like that. But I've seen him get rocked a couple times in fights. I've seen Ronnie Yaya not rock him in a fight. So his chin's kind of suspect. I wouldn't say it's like Cody Garbrandt or nothing, but it's you got to watch it. But I don't think Sunkau's going to be able to check it here. But give me Ricky Simon by decision. I want to look at the odds on this, the over-under on this too, because I really like the over in this. Both these guys are very tough. Both these guys are super durable. Yeah, I mean, Simon ain't going to tap him out, and Simon ain't going to knock him out. So give me Ricky Simon. That's who I want to put on the parlay, though. I want Gerard Meerschaert and Ricky Simon. It pays almost even money, so I'm thinking about throwing them 2 guys on a 1 or 2 unit parlay. I'll let you know on that on Friday. All right, fight number 12 is in the women's strawweight division. We got Amanda Lemos versus Angela Hill. Amanda Lemos is 10-1-1. She's currently sitting at minus 400. Angela Hill is 13-10. She's currently sitting at plus 300. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Amanda Lemos, I told you last week, she's my lock. She's my lock of the week, probably like lock of the year. She's going to be better than Angela Hill everywhere in this fight. She's going to have better striking, better power, better clinch, better grappling, better everything. She's on a nice winning streak, and she destroys girls. Like I see Amanda Lemos fighting for a title sometime coming up, in the next year or so, because she's got it too. She's 34 herself, but she's just got way less miles than Angela Hill. Angela Hill is 13-10. Everybody knows her. She's got good striking. She don't really have no power. Takedown defense is suspect. Clinch is pretty good. She's got good elbows and knees in the clinch, and she don't really ever try for takedowns. Well, she has versus lower level girls, and she actually can beat them up, but she's not going to be able to do that here. I just see and Angela Hill's getting a little older. You could tell in her last fight against Tisha Torres that she just kind of looked a little slower, getting beat up more. Give me Amanda Lemos. Amanda Lemos is she's 5'4" with a 65-inch reach. Angela Hill's 5'3" with a 64.5-inch reach. Amanda Lemos used to fight at 135. So I mean, she's just a bigger girl. And a lot of Angela Hill's fights, she's usually the bigger girl. I mean, yeah, give me Amanda Lemos. I think she's going to beat her up. I don't know if she'll finish Angela Hill like she's been finishing all these other girls, but I do know she's going to dominate her. She is going to win all 3 rounds. It will be unanimous. Maybe even in that 3rd round when Angela Hill gasses out like she usually does, that she might be able to get a 10-8 or a finish. But I got Amanda Lemos. Like I said, she's my lock. I got her locked in at minus 360 like last week. And like I said, she's minus 400, and I think by the time it starts, she should be minus 500. I really just don't see where Angela Hill can win in this fight. I just don't see where she can win. She's not going to knock her out, and she's definitely not going to outstrike her. She's not going to outpower her. So, yeah, I got Amanda Lemos. I got her in 3 parlays right now. And a regular bet. I had her in 4 parlays, but one of them fell off. But I got Lemos Gamrot parlay. I got a Lemos WONDERBOY parlay, which I just blew that fight for the. Well, I'm about to break it down coming up anyways next fight. But I told you last week, but it's Stephen Thompson. He's gonna destroy Bilal. And then I got a 3-fight parlay with Lemos, Gamrot, and WONDERBOY. And I really think that's a lock. Like all 3 of them fights, them fighters, they're not really fighting dangerous people. So I mean, Lemos Hill ain't dangerous. She shouldn't get finished. Gamrot, Diego Ferreira ain't really dangerous. Even when he wins this decision, so we don't got to worry about a knockout or none. And WONDERBOY's fighting Bilal, and the only way, Bilal is not dangerous at all. He don't finish anybody. So, yeah, Lemos and them 3 parlays. And then I also have a straight bet on her now because I had a 2-unit bet on her and Alex Perez, and the Alex Perez fight fell off. So now I got 2 units on Lemos. It's only going to pay maybe 0.6 units, but I feel like that's free money. So let's get to the co-main event. It's in the men's welterweight division, and we got Stephen Thompson versus Belal Muhammad. And as I was just saying, I believe Stephen Thompson is going to beat Belal Muhammad down. It's going to look like his fight with Vicente Luque and Jeff Neal, but just worse, because Belal Muhammad, he's good. He's good everywhere, but he's just like a top 15 to 10 guy. All right, Stephen Thompson is 16-5-1. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Stephen Thompson is 16-5-1. He's currently sitting at minus 255. Belal Muhammad's 19-3, and he's currently plus 200. Bilal's 19-3, and he's fought low level competition his whole, the middle of the road competition his whole career, and every time he stepped up, he's gotten beat. He stepped up against Jeff Neal, he got beat. He stepped up against Vicente Luque, he got beat, and I believe Alan Jourdain was his other loss. But he's just okay everywhere. We know WonderBoy Thompson has amazing striking. He has KO power. He has pretty good takedown defense. Gilbert Burns took him down, but Gilbert Burns is savage, dude. Gilbert Burns is top number 2 guy in the world for a reason. He would destroy Belal Muhammad. But Thompson controls the cage, controls the range. He usually don't let guys get close enough to get them takedowns. And that's the thing, is Burns was striking with him enough and just shooting in slick takedowns. And Burns' jiu-jitsu is 10 times better than Belal Muhammad's to be able to hold Stephen Thompson down, because Stephen Thompson his whole career, everybody's been trying to take him down, and nobody's really been successful enough. He doesn't let you get close enough to clinch him, or let you really get close enough to just shoot a double on him. He's always out on range, moving around, moving his feet, great movement. Belal Muhammad, on the other hand, is short. He's slow. He's a little stocky, but he's plotting. He's so slow. You've seen him against when he stepped up again against Leon Edwards and got poked in the eye. He was getting worked before that. He's so slow. He cannot keep up with these faster guys. I'm gonna give him a little credit. He's got decent takedowns. He's got decent BJJ. He's just decent everywhere, not great anywhere. A lot of people, if you're going to think that he's going to win this fight, you got to think that he's going to grapple Stephen Thompson down, because he's not going to win a striking battle. But the thing is he couldn't even grapple down Diego Lima. He couldn't even get a takedown. I had a bet on Belal that fight, and he was a huge favorite, and he was getting his leg chewed up by leg kicks. And he clinched Diego for a good amount of that fight, but he couldn't get no takedowns. And I was worried going into the third, it was 1-1, and his leg damage was going to add up. But he was tough. He fought through it. But give me Stephen Thompson. I really think Stephen Thompson can finish him like Vicente Luque did. But I'll take him by decision. But yeah, I got Stephen Thompson. Like I said, I got him in the parlay with Lemos. I got him in a parlay with Lemos, and then I got him in a parlay with Lemos and Gamrot, and I'm thinking about putting him in a parlay with somebody else, because I really think he's locked. Him, Lemos, and Gamrot are locks to me, and I feel like you can move them like little interchangeable pieces in parlays. And yeah, give me Stephen Thompson by domination, man. All right, fight number 15 and the main event in the men's heavyweight division. We got Derrick Lewis versus Chris Daukus. Derrick Lewis is 25-8. He's currently sitting at plus 115. Chris Daukus is 12-3, and he's currently sitting at minus 140. I can't wait for this fight. This is going to be a great striking fight. I don't see either one of these dudes trying to shoot in. I hope Daukus does, so he wastes all his energy, so that Lewis would just put him out like he does everybody that tries to wrestle him, but I don't see that happening. I see this being a striking match. Everybody knows Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, man. Great KO power, great boxing, good get-up game, kind of suspect takedown defense, but good get-up game. The thing I like about Derrick Lewis is he knocks everybody out. When he gets his wins, he gets knockouts. He carries his power. He has some of the best power in the heavyweight division. He carries that power all the way to the 5th round. And I think that's going to be crucial in this fight because he's going to be fighting Chris Daukus, who, the guy's good. The guy has sick boxing, sick power, really fast hands for a heavyweight. My only problem with him is he's a little hittable. And because like I said, he likes to box. I mean, he likes to throw combos, so he's pretty hittable. He's got accurate striking. I mean, you see against like Alexei Oleinik, you've seen against Nascimento, the Russian guy he just fought and knocked out. I forget his name. He hasn't fought in like 5 years. But he has really fast hands, man. He's very accurate, like pinpoint. Like he puts his shots right on the chin and puts people out. But I don't know if that's going to help him in this fight, because that's usually not how Derrick Lewis loses. He usually loses after like 4 rounds of just punishment and couldn't get his one shot in. But in this fight, they got Daukus as the favorite. And to be honest, in a 5-round fight like this with Derrick Lewis, and you're just going to be boxing basically, neither one of these guys is going to be throwing too many kicks, I got to favor Derrick Lewis in that. Like, I got to favor Chris Daukus landing like some good, clean shots in that 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round. But we don't know what Daukus's cardio is going to look like, in that 5th round or 4th round, and we don't even know what his chin's going to look like if Lewis connects one time. Like if Daukus is throwing his combinations and Lewis connects one good time and rocks him and then drops him and gets on top of him, Lewis on top, his ground and pound's out of control. You see him against like Travis Brown and Alexei Oleinik. I mean, the list goes on. He puts you to sleep. Like he's like Bruno Silva in that matter. When he's punching down on you, you're going to sleep. So a lot of questions are going to be answered in this fight going forward for Chris Daukus. I believe he's a huge prospect in the heavyweight division. I just don't think he's ready for Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis is perennial top 5 guy, like top 5 guy. Anybody that usually tries to fight him coming down gets beat up. I mean, Cyril Gane beat him up, but Cyril Gane is the man. I'm going to do some big deep down breakdowns on that Gane and Ganu fight. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, in this fight, like I said, man, I'm going to take the underdog. Give me Derrick Lewis. Give me Derrick Lewis with all the UFC experience he's had. They're fighting 5 rounds, and that's 5 rounds for Derrick Lewis to knock Daukus out, and they're only going to be boxing. So, like, all that experience, like Lewis has seen every boxing style. He's fought against harder punchers than Daukus, faster punchers. So, give me Lewis. I'm going to take the underdog. I'm going to take Lewis by a 3rd or 4th round TKO. He might even get it done sooner than that. I don't have a bet on him yet. You can mark it down. I am betting him. I'm backing him. I'm betting him. But I seen like last night he was minus 110 or plus 110. Today's plus 115. So I see money's coming in on Daukus. So I'm not gonna go put them parlay bets in. Not the parlays. I'm not gonna go put the over unders in till probably when they come out at the casino. So probably Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's probably when I'll put my Derrick Lewis bet in. Hopefully I can get him at like plus 130. I'll have a unit to 1.5 units on it. And he's going to finish. I might even do it. Actually, a really good bet, too. I like props and stuff, but I like just pick. It's hard enough just to pick a winner of the fight, let alone like how they're exactly going to do it. But in this type of fight, if you're going to back Lewis, the best way to back him probably would be by knockout. I don't know if he's going to win a 5-round decision. I don't think he's going to go 5 rounds at all. But I got Derrick Lewis, and I do think he's going to knock him out. So, yeah, that's it for UFC Vegas 45. Thanks for watching. We don't have another show after this for a month. It's going to be terrible. I appreciate everybody that's supported my channel. I'm up to like 120 subscribers, and that's awesome. It just makes me at least know that I'm doing this for something. Some people do want to hear it. Like I said, I've been doing good. You've seen I'm plus 31 units in like this 3 months I've been doing these. Please like and subscribe for me. I do. And like I said, I like to do it. When I get more subscribers, it pumps me up to do more. I'm going to have my better set. You guys are going to see this when I come back. I put a lot of money into the stuff I'm about to do. So, because yeah, I mean, you see, I give out good picks, so I might as well keep doing it. Follow me on Instagram. Go there. I just really post, my betting stubs and stuff. I put some UFC memes and all that. But check me out there. And then yeah, just be ready. During this little break we're gonna have this month, I'm gonna put out a video or two each week. I'm gonna go through up to some upcoming UFC events, and I'm gonna go through and find some really good fights, and then I'm gonna just like a little 10-minute breakdown of them, and just get hyped up for them, because we got a lot of good fights coming up. There's a lot of good fights coming up, but they're a while away. So let's just talk about them while we got some free time. So like I said, I appreciate everybody watching this. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, let's win some money. Let's win some money. Check out my video on Friday so you can get the rest of the bets, and I'll put them on this video when I got them in. I'll put them in the description of this video too. So we just like I said, want to keep track and everything. So thank you again, everybody, for watching, and see you guys soon, man.